Hi, I'm Nathan Graham of Mathew Chartered Professional Accountants. For over 50 years, we've been a strong partner with community organizations in both advising and helping them build a caring and prosperous community. It is our pleasure today that we support the Chamber in recognizing true community champions. 2020 has not been an easy year for anybody. Thankfully, many rose to the occasion, and we are proud to recognize some of those individuals and organizations in our community who have gone above and beyond to keep us safe, care for us, and strengthen us all. At Mathew, we are not only proud of our community champions, but thankful our community has them among us. Thank you for helping us. Thank them.
For the last 35 years, the Cambridge Self-Help Food Bank has been here to offer food and support to people and also community groups in need within Cambridge and the Township of North Dumfries. Healthy food and growth opportunities have always been part of its vision, which even in a COVID-19 world has not changed. Just ask its Executive Director, Diane McLeod. What has changed is the way the food bank must operate in order to keep its clients, staff, and volunteers safe from harm through the introduction of new safety protocols, including having hampers filled behind a plexiglass wall and then rolled out to a waiting client. As well, the food bank has had to suspend its food cooperative program until further notice due to physical distancing issues. However, it managed to quickly transition a number of programs based on nutrition and healthy eating on a budget, from in-person to virtual, and has been able to continue with its annual Christmas hamper campaign. It hasn't been easy due to the limited amount of space at its downtown facility. It's meant less room for volunteers. From March to December in 2019, close to 870 volunteers added 24,000 hours at the food bank. This year, due to the pandemic, that number shrinking to 169 volunteers, who have still managed to give 3,400 hours of their time. But the need for assistance remains strong. In fact, by the end of October of this year, the food bank had served 10,000 clients, roughly the same number of clients it served from January to December of last year. As this crisis continues, this need will only continue to grow, which is why the staff and volunteers who keep this important service running truly deserve to be called community champions.
Thank you so much for thinking of the Cambridge Self-Help Food Bank as a community champion. Since March of 2020, we saw a significant increase in need in our community, and the staff team here has worked incredibly hard to ensure that all of our neighbors have access to healthy food. It's thanks to our donors and our volunteers who have helped us do this work, and we couldn't do what we do every day without them.
Trying to learn on an empty stomach is next to impossible, but sadly, that was the reality for thousands of Waterloo Region school children until 1997, when Nutrition for Learning arrived on the scene. Thanks to the work of its staff and dedicated volunteers, this community-based program has been ensuring students have the opportunity to attend school well-nourished. Currently, that program serves almost 26,000 students within a 2-week period at 150 schools in the region. And even in the middle of this COVID-19 crisis, the dedication to ensuring students get healthy snacks, that need hasn't changed, just the delivery model. When the schools first closed back in March, amazingly, over the course of 1 weekend, Nutrition for Learning officials were quickly able to pivot and make that program fully mobile by using a pop-up method, by having trucks and volunteers pull into parking lots at a number of schools to dispense those snacks safely. It was a big success. As well, once it could get back into the schools, carts with wheels were introduced to provide a contact-free method for a safe delivery of snack packs, which volunteers now fill at the Schwaben Club and at a Cambridge warehouse, instead of doing it in the schools. Change, never easy, but for Nutrition for Learning and its team, they learned to adapt quickly. In fact, this Christmas, they're preparing thousands of holiday take-home packages to ensure that students will have enough healthy snacks to get them through this holiday season. This is a huge task, but the team is clearly up for it, which shows why they are truly community champions.
Hello, I'm Brian Banks from Nutrition for Learning, and I want to thank everybody at the Chamber and everybody in our community who has worked with us to ensure that every student at school still has access to student nutrition programs at their schools for any hunger moment at any time. It's taken a team of people here to work together, as well as a community connecting and volunteering to make what we do happen. Thank you to all of you.
Community means everything at the United Way Waterloo Region Communities. Its vision of eradicating poverty, social exclusion, and providing an opportunity for everyone to reach their full potential is at the forefront of everything it does. And that vision has been strengthened with the sudden arrival of COVID-19. Fearing the worst, the United Way, under the leadership of its dedicated CEO, Joan Fisk, jumped into action quickly and joined forces with a number of local foundations to come up with the COVID-19 Community Response Fund. This valuable collaboration was instrumental in funneling nearly $1 million out to the community during the very first months of the pandemic, long before the government-assisted programs were even on the horizon. This collaboration continuing on many levels for United Way, which at one point during this crisis was operating with only 6 staff members. It continues to navigate ways to help those in need through the creation of a number of community-based initiatives. These include putting $75,000 raised in funding to address isolation issues, which includes having volunteers write to seniors and having those letters sent out through Meals and Wheels, plus the creation of hygiene and feel-good kits. As well, the United Way has been doing what it can to make sure PPE is available to those who need it, thanks to its online portal. The list of its endeavors is practically endless, and so is the dedication of its team members and volunteers. For this reason and many others, that's why the United Way is a true community champion.
Hi, I'm Joan Fisk. I'm the CEO at United Way Waterloo Region Communities, and I'm here to say thank you. Thank you not just to the Chamber of Commerce for recognizing United Way as a community champion, but thank you to the community for all the support we have seen overwhelmingly through the last 9 months. It's been an interesting time as we managed to connect with partners that we didn't know we would connect with before, find needs in the community we didn't recognize before. But some silver linings are the amazing volunteers that have come forward to write letters to seniors in isolation this year, to make kits for people that need it, to get together and do even a card draw at a local company where they're matching a card and $25, and that $25 is going to United Way. So that $750 goes a long way to helping our community with isolation, with basic needs, with the mental health, which of course, as you know, anyone that's watching this video recognizes that mental health is one of the most serious issues that we face in a community generally, but is exaggerated by our COVID experience. So we're grateful for the support, we're grateful for the recognition, and we are grateful for our strong community and the bonds that we've joined together with to raise money to help those who really need support.
No child should ever go hungry, which is why just over 4 years ago, Kelly Sue Oberly founded Food for Kids Waterloo Region after noticing there was a big gap when it comes to providing healthy foods to school children on the weekends and breaks. She decided to fill that gap and in early 2017 began packing packages of healthy foods once a week in her dining room to ensure that 19 children had enough to eat on the weekends when they were away from school. Her efforts quickly grew, and with the help of an army of dedicated volunteers, Food for Kids now ensures nearly 760 students between the ages of 1 and 14 in 44 schools throughout our region now have enough healthy food to last them through those weekends and breaks. It's a big effort, especially when COVID-19 hit in March and schools saw an extended break. Her organization mobilized, and for 6 weeks, volunteers, many of them teachers, hand-delivered grocery carts to families of their young clients, some whom were living in hotels, to ensure that everyone would be well fed. And once the restrictions loosened, they continued to deliver the cards with the added bonus of fresh vegetables and fruits. In September, Food for Kids was able to return to offering its regular weekend program, which now sees volunteers deliver the packages to the students who are attending school and those working from home every Friday. It's not an easy task, but for Kelly Sue and her dedicated volunteers, the thought of kids being hungry is too much to bear. They definitely deserve the title Community Champions.
want to say thank you very much to the community for choosing us as a champion within our community. Serving children has been something that I think you have to have a passion for. You have to have an understanding of. And our volunteers, my staff, our board, the people who fund us, the people who come out and support us in all different ways, they truly, truly understand how important it is to lift people up and give them an opportunity to be part of a really great community. One of the things that I always say is when you are with someone who is living a life of vulnerability, is that when they feel they have someone walking beside them and behind them, and sometimes even in front of them, blocking all the negative, they can do anything. They can rise up and they can do anything. So with our children, we know they have a great future because we have a great community. So thank you very, very much for considering us.